Hello, it's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Hang on, let me grab my soda. There is usually something really awesome going on downtown. I happened upon I happened upon some they were filming, I don't know what, at Cooper's Corner. Uh, so I just kind of like passed by and I did a little short video that I posted about that. It was like so cool. It was so fun. But yeah, downtown Shreveport across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. Do come check us out. And um, so air fryers, right? I have not a basket type, but I have a toaster oven type, of a convection oven, air fryer, many different settings. But I did the air fryer setting with the steak that was frozen, and I did it. Uh, oh, I did it for the minimum. Well, like with you have to turn it at least to 20 minutes, and then you can decrease it if you want. But I did it for 20 minutes from a frozen state. So, and then I have it topped with blue cheese crumbles. I love blue cheese and a little piece of just I'm a Colby cheddar, whatever this was. I don't know, but I always love cheese. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test this out. I just want to know if this steak does really good and I may have in when I first got this air fryer tried this. I don't remember, but I normally do a steak stovetop or something like that if I'm not because if I can't I don't grill at home or whatever. So because I don't, I live in an apartment and we don't have grills. So let me check this out, and I'm gonna rate how the steak gets cooked in the air fryer from frozen. Did I cook it too long? So we'll see. So yeah, this looks just about perfect for me. This looks like a perfect medium, maybe a little bit on the, maybe a little bit on the uh, medium rare side, but really it's medium. It's not running bloody juice all over the plate when I cut into it, but it's still pink. This is medium, I would say. I want to get closer to the bone. I know it's going to be, but look, yeah, there's a little bit of, one of the things that you do with the steak, anything that you do, any kind of meat that you cook, when you cook it, you must let it sit. You must let the juices get pulled back into the meat before you cut into it, before you slice into it. Okay. I know from frozen, I can cook. They called this a T-bone steak. Uh, I don't know. You can cook it to frozen. From frozen, you can cook it to medium in my air fryer at 350 to at 20 minutes. And this was what I did. And what I did was I rubbed a little bit of cayenne pepper on the outside, rubbed some what the hell else did I put? Oh, a little bit of seasoning salt. Your Lowry seasoning salt or your favorite seasoning salt. I could have went with MSG, monosodium glutamate. I went with a little bit of seasoning salt, and I just rubbed them on the outside of the frozen surface, just on one side, because I didn't want to take the risk of like overly seasoning a steak. So I just seasoned the one side. Um, you know, uh, and I knew that I was going to be doing a lot of blue cheese with this. So let me taste it for you, and I'll let you know if the texture and everything holds up. If it is as good as it looks, we'll see. Okay, and it does. It's that pink, cool center that's very flavorful on the outside, and yeah. Okay, so the air fryer that I have was a worthwhile investment. I'll because I know it's good for like doing like quick, anything, uh, you know, uh, crinkle cut fries or whatever, just anything, chicken nuggets, anything you want to throw in there. It's good for that. Did I did I ever really do a steak in there? I don't know. I never. But yeah, it's cool. Um, what I had at lunch today, I had some smoked sausage, not on a bun, just literal smoked sausage. And then I'm having, for dinner, I'm having this beef with some cheese. So I'm really sticking to my keto diet. Got to get, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So between now and Thanksgiving, I'm going to try to stick to as much of a keto plan as I possibly can, right? Um, mm. I decided to travel by bus for my upcoming vacation. That's not really upcoming until like next year, February of next year, but I always um, if I can book in advance, it's cheaper. And I didn't fly. Uh, I didn't get airplane tickets. I thought about it, but I really enjoy taking the bus. I really do. I really do. I know that's a little lower down on the pecking order of travel. I find that I meet some of the most awesome people uh, on a Greyhound bus, and the Greyhound is partnered with a company called Flixbus. So I'm gonna Greyhound and Flixbus across through the Gulf of Mexico. I know some people are calling it the Gulf of America uh, because of a Trump's order that it be called. So I don't, whatever. I don't know. A geographical area can have multiple names. Here's the case in point. You may have a city a street going through your city that the city might name. And that city, now it may coincide with with your county, and it may be a county road, such and such and such, and then it crosses into the city and in the city limit, and so it's got the name that the city gives it, and then it's also got the name of the route of the county that's assigned to it. Okay, wonderful. And then if it goes on a little bit, it may actually change names, within the city or whatever. But certainly at some point, if it goes all the way through, it's going to come out of the city limits on the other side of your town, and it may pick up being known by the county route once again. Okay, wonderful. So that may possibly have 2 or 3 names by that point, but if it also ties into an interstate highway, then you're going to have the interstate highway name. And this happens a lot on Interstate Highway 1 that goes through Florida, becomes Biscayne Boulevard, goes all the way through Miami proper, and becomes eventually it becomes Homestead Boulevard, whatever. And it's also got county names as it's going through the different counties and everything like that. So, you know, it is no conflict to me that some people want to call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. I know it as the Gulf of Mexico. It's not for any political reason that I refer to it as the Gulf of Mexico. It's just, in a few years, I think people are going to forget all about this Gulf of America business, and I think they will just talk about the American coastline at the Gulf of Mexico. Go right back to what it was. I don't really care. I one way or another, I think things like that are so fucking petty, and I think the petty nature of our country that we can sometimes have gets us into more trouble than what it's worth sometimes. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking a bus ride down through the Gulf of Mexico, and then going all the way over through Florida, or going all the way down to Miami. So it's fucking awesome. And then I'm gonna take some vacations from Miami, some side trips. Actually, they started out being the reason that I was going was so I could take one cruise. And then it was like, while I was down there, it was like, let me just, you know, let me just enjoy my time. I want to take a vacation, and I don't want to have to rush back. I want a real vacation. And that's what I'm doing while I'm down there, you know. So, and I'm going to be down there for 2 or 3 nights. Then I'm going to go on the boat uh, and sail for 4 nights, and then I'll come back uh, to the port of Miami and wander around and entertain myself for 3 more days, and then of course I will go back onto the water for 4 days, 4 nights, and then I'll come back and I'll have 3 days uh, in Miami again, and I can maybe do some other things that I didn't have time to do. Because one of the things about going to a vacation, if I go and I save up money and I go and I spend 3 or 4 days, I never really get to do everything that I want to do. And in this case, in this time, I will be able to, because I'm staggering it out. And I will, have that time in Miami that, go there for a couple of days, take the cruise, come back for a few days, take the cruise, come back for a few days. And then I'm going to take that third part of the cruise. And then I'm going to come back and spend 1 or 2 more nights just to wrap up my time in Miami. And that'll be in mid March, and I'll be coming home after that. So, but that was my big thing where I was talking about, oh, I don't want to spoil it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be taking some cruises in February. But the reason why I'm talking about it is because Greyhound called, and there's like, well, we have to, they sent a text message. They didn't call. They literally, they were like, hey, we're going to cancel your reservation. It's through no fault of our own, but we need to reschedule. This particular route is not whatever it is. So you can reschedule. You can either get a refund, or you can reschedule. You can reschedule for free. And I'm like, well, let me just pick another day or another time of day and everything. And so I did. And it's basically, I don't know what they were talking about. It's leaving out the same time, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so whatever. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun trip. But let me get back to this steak. Hey, come check us out in Shreveport, Bossier. We've got lots of fun things to do here. The State Fair of Louisiana is just about to leave. I didn't go this year because I've been several times, but it's really fun to go. And it's just that I'm on a money conserving thing, because I'm now from here until January. I'm definitely trying to save as much money as I can to really set some aside, so that I can be a little bit more than the grunge trip at a crack motel or a youth hostel. I really kind of want to elevate up a little bit. No, there's nothing wrong with going super, super cheap, but yeah, I want the freedom to really be able to enjoy myself. Uh, so and you can do this when you are in recovery and you give up the cost of drugs, you give up the cost of alcohol. I also added giving up the cost of cigarettes. You give up the high cost of low living. You can splurge a little bit, when you learn to set some stuff aside, So, love and light, peace, God bless, good night.